No way. What are you doing here? Well, it's just kind of late. Or early. Depending on... Well, this is when I do a special kind of my working. And I don't sleep that much. I'm not complaining. At different times of the day, for me, open up different possibilities. But I was just about to leave. What's haunting you? Oh, I know you didn't just ask that. But don't worry, I still love you. Okay. I hear you. This is really important. As important to you as my time and energy are one to me. So, how about this? How about I humor you by you humoring me, and I'll give you my opinion on what this twin flame stuff is. We got a deal? And not too long, because it's not bed that I have to go to, but there's a time for being quiet. Okay. Deal. Let me just... Oh, what is a twin flame? What is a twin flame? Okay. Let me remind you let's talk about what I mean by this is my opinion. It means I'm not right, and I'm not trying to convince you, but you've inspired a talk, so how I might inspire a listen is pretty similarly to how, you listen to anybody. Not thinking about what you were gonna say or what you would do instead, with like a little bit different. The little bit difference is I don't give a fuck. Like, it's all good. Just, like, whatever you want, do it. Because this is going to be a little bit of what I want. Whatever. To that end, I ask, or I posit instead, who the fuck cares what a twin flame is? When a better question to ask is why. Why is why a better question to ask? Well, because you're sovereign of its answer. And it's the reason. So if you don't have a why, whose voice is directing you around? You know? And then, okay, why twin flame? Because there's something about the myth and what you can know that resonates and feels like something truer than other things you've come across so far. I appreciate that. Something truer and resonating. But why is that important? Is it the connection? Is it not feeling like you have purpose? Why does where you come from even matter? And why does a twin flame or a lawyer or a teacher satisfy that yearning, that je ne sais quoi of anything and everything? You see what I'm getting at? Like, without a why for everything, you've got no why for anything. And that sounds like a tall order until we accept that one reason why for one life at a time, one reason why for life across it. Life is one thing. Why life? And why should that be complicated? In fact, complicated things are suspicious. Complex things are simple and beautiful, but complicated is like either we're getting in our own way or someone's getting in your way. Now, to be fair, and to give credence or credit where it's due, it's hard to know your own truth when you've been lied to. It's hard to find your own truth when the conspiracy theorists, the truthers, are working with lies that they can't help but cling to, because the truth is so long forgottenly hidden that why, based on and in this world, is why you won't find out in it. So why twin flame? Why wake up this morning? Why stay up all night? Why try? Why anything? Alright, let's get fucking fundamental and elementary. I want to be happy. I want shit to be challengingly easy. I want to feel free. Not to do anything. That's like, when people offer that as an argument for societal freedom, I think at any age it was easy to recognize how dumb that outlook is. Obviously, freedom to do anything isn't freedom, it's tyranny. No, freedom to work with what we've got. Freedom isn't equality. Balance isn't equality. And justice isn't equality. So fuck equality. I can see the look on your face. Remember, this is my opinion. And my opinion is more important than equality is respect. When you treat the right hand like the left hand, because they're both hands, you're being mean. Speaking, of course, as left-handed, I'm sensitive. But that's probably why I'm so hard for fighting unseen with unseen. Because respecting our differences is balance. Respecting our differences is called freedom. To be whoever you are, while trying your darndest not to limit that opportunity for anyone else. Because it's not going to be the same as yours. And when it is, that becomes its own unique thing too. What's equal to that? What's a twin flame's twin's twin? Why bother having this conversation? Why didn't I just leave and say, fuck it, I'll see you later. I will see you later. I wouldn't just bounce and never see you again. In fact, answer that. Why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I stayed? Why do you think I'll talk to you till whenever? Because I know your whenever won't be so bad. It won't be so disrespectful. Like, you've probably picked up what I've alluded to, because for me, offering any kind of hypothetical, contrary, just doesn't fucking make sense. For me, the answer is simple. You know why I'm here? You know why we're talking? It's because I fucking love you. Love is the reason. Love is the reason for everything. Now we can talk about how love is actually just energy, and it's what our body conscious vehicle constructs take to produce existence and tetrahedronal the resonance. You know what? More power to you if that's the way you like to see things. And I really say that without judgment, because how you see things is how you love and figure out new ways to do it. How you see things is how you notice when loving is being prevented. And prevented, not like your hands chained behind your back, but prevented like being told what love isn't love. You do that for long enough, and love gets mostly forgotten. I say mostly because we are of it. The love is the reason for everything. And you're everything. I'm everything. Love can never be forgotten, which is why it's forever the seed, which is why we've forever been getting back up. Because there's got to be something important about all this. And the tragedy is living countless lives across millennia, not being able to put that feeling, that word, to the reason. Because tragedies are useful. Tragedies are what happens when bad shit happens to good people, and bad people see it and remember, and good people see it and remember, and the cycle of that bad thing will return in them. And as it returns, like the march of love in consciousness, when it returns, we want more love. Tragedies are the rungs of our heart. It's why go anywhere when love is easy? Why live if loving is done? Now, granted, a huge shock. Like, you don't seem like such a dark guy. Dark. First of all, what is that even? The absence of light? Friend. But we create the fabric, the substance of it. Inside all of us, in infinitely counted layers, we are made up of dark stuff, clothed in light. And I'm not talking about dark matter or dark energy or anything like that. I believed in that stuff for a while until I found out truth that was better. And the truth that is better yeah, I know I'm getting tired. truth that is better is what are you loving when you wake up this morning? What's the love that you're not done yet? What's the love that if you die today, you won't die happily? Because that's another, like, load of crap. That's not so much our fault when we believe it, but it can be our responsibility to upheave the nonsense of it. You know, live a good live a good life. I've done, all that I am, and I have what I have, and sure, I love this and I love that. Like, love tragedy. Tragedy is a rung on the ladder of love. And with every step you take, love is extended. That means up or down. And shit, we can get cosmic with it and say left and right. The love, that's the destination. Gets further away, but not because you're trapped on some mouse wheel, but because with every accomplishment, every love act, love grows in potential. Love deepens. And what's possible with love is like the God source possibility of still figuring that out. Now, I don't know, maybe the mind of all solid, maybe, and maybe because I'm not separate from it. But why twin flames? Why what? Why should that matter? Because if the reason is love, fucking do it. And I'll tell you, no false twin, no real twin, no younger sister or older brother is going to stop me from loving you, from loving my desire, my unrest, my everyday attempt to not meet a certain expectation. It doesn't look like a thing, love. It's of me. It's of you. It's of life. Love is of above. Underneath everything. Is love. And if you haven't picked it up by now, love is multispectral. It's that like sweet birds chirping on daisies on a perfect day kind of thing. And I love that for somebody else. I love that that is one of its expressions. But what a twin flame means to me, my opinion, well, I'll tell you, because even when I was learning and listening to cool people talking about the world and philosophy and ways of thinking and twin flames, that never mattered to me. I kind of played with the idea that I was a twin flame. And to be honest, it's still kind of a game. But I'll tell you, I'm the most skeptical believer. I have faith, and that's grown. But where it's always been steady is faith in what I don't know. And what I've lived within this twin flame community is connection with others, is intelligence and wisdom that vibrates with the truth that my passionate breathing has earned me on this run through. What twin flame means to me is something real, because everyone is different. You know what a twin flame is. And for me, it's two words describing a bunch of people that came here with a purpose. And the where here is this moment. And that purpose is the rediscovering, the redistribution, and the fucking galactic teamwork of righting a wrong. And even that is a matter of perspective. But fuck, here I am. Like, this is where I'm living from. So, A team, B team, this is my team. And I agree. Because my whole life until this point, at this time, life's been fucked in sense and logic. You know, that being young, still and never always, at any time really asking, why this? Just 'cause. Well, that makes no sense. I can imagine it being any way else. And that way is the reason. I wake up in the morning, I stay up until it's useful, because I'm inspired to love the most, and to make life easier for those that I loved to love, those that I dislike to love. I don't dream of, I am thrilled by this reality that we're sharing, a reality in which we're empowered by knowledge and beauty and each other. That's like, to me, 3 different ways of describing love. And then, like, legit, it's cool, man. I've always maintained it's an interesting time to be alive. But maybe I've always maintained that because I've always known deep in my partitioned soul that I'm here for a purpose. And I can't forget it. Partly because it's written on the inside of me, and partly because it's inscribed to on another. And across the fiction of time and space, we're really always connected. So we always really remember. Okay. We good? Still friends? Yeah. You wanna be my twin? You're like, fuck no. Or fuck yes. Good. Release yourself from anything that gets in love's way. And if I were to leave you with one of those casual learning morsels, it's to find those things, like my homeboy, I guess, like Rumi said, it's the secret of love isn't finding what you like, it's finding what's getting in the way. And what they say that is actually legit is that you can only love another as much as you love yourself, because there's a spectrum of expression, but love is love. You can't love this thing like this and love that thing like that. That's called liking something and liking something less. Love is the most all the time. Depending on your personality is more or less how it gets expressed. For me, it's I love you the most, from as close as possible. Granted, I'm a bit of a loner, but that too is a fiction that I'm no longer reading it, because I'm surrounded now everywhere I see by you and other yous. twins that are a sea. Maybe, just maybe, if we go high up enough the creation ladder, we're all one twin, split up a bunch of times. And when you find a false twin, you're just finding yourself that's more different than you're interested in. And figuring out who and what that is, let it go. Find the thing that you hate about yourself, change it, or do it with valor. Find what you want to be doing, and then let anything that gets in your way fall. Push it. Hit it over the head with a hammer. Do I look like I'm joking? I'm not. Love is worth it. You're worth it. And until your love for yourself is worth more than the bullshit, worth more than a karmic, worth more than what you think you need, that's more important. I can't get rid of my job, I can't this, I can't that. I'll tell you a little secret from the Twin Flame Collective. You create your reality. But the secret power is creating a reality in love. Otherwise, the reality of fear it just won't matter. Love's the ingredient, love's the tool, love is what makes me smile, and it makes you smile too. So find what you love, and everything that gets in the way, that kill it with love. And should such a day arrive when for you all is said and done, you've loved what you loved, and nothing else matters, then pat yourself on the back. Be like, you lived a good life. And like, people are different, but for you, like, you can die now. And I don't mean that meanly, but I mean that in, like, hey, like, maybe be happy, and accept your happiness. Alternatively, if you love and you wake up tomorrow and today and like it's your twin flame, you're inside their heads, they're inside your brains, and it's been 50, 60 years of depth and knowing, and if you wake up and when you wake up that day, that's really right now, we're just playing it through, and you're still trying to figure out how to love them more, and how you'll keep discovering, then you might never die happy. You might just live that way. Because when you live in love, no shackle, no whip, no manacle can take that away. Your heart beats against chains, it beats against cages. Your heart beats for the breath of the chance to extend love's ladder in any way. And acts of grandeur are bats of an eye. Love is meaning. Love is what we call and what we do for when it's hard. I'm gonna let you go because I'm tired. And it's time for quiet time. If you want to talk about it more, let me know. And we'll set up a time. Because I love you. And I'm totally down to talk about with and how and for. Love is you, love is us, love is separate and together. When the next time you're asked or hear because and then anything after, remember that the reason for every because is love. Why'd you do that? Love. But that was stupid. Love. That's like the opposite of love. I'm not arguing my stupidity. I'm not arguing rightness. I'm arguing that love is the fabric. Love is the darkness. That love is the reason for light. Not to make the darkness go away, but the first act may have been the first separation. Like when the first act may have been simple separation, because I love you. I say to myself so much. I'm really proud of you, what you've overcome, what you've stayed true to, how you've forgiven yourself and others. And I love that you're still here. I love that nothing has or maybe can stop you. And if that's all there was, just me, then I would split myself in two. Why? So that I could see the eyes that I love in you. hear the laugh that I love in you. If it was useful, I would split myself in four. But only if my 4 turn was also matched with 4 more of yours. That's like 4 times the love? Or is that 8 or 16? Why does that matter? Yeah, I love that kind of math. You know why? Like, I stuttered. All I heard was more love. So I was like, check that box. And move on. Okay. I do appreciate you stopping by. It was a different kind of ending to my work cycle, and I know at first it seemed like you wanted to know because it was driving you. What is a twin flame? I can't sleep, all these numbers. But the numbers aren't the reason. What a twin flame isn't either. You showed up at this hour, and I stayed with you too, because love is worth it. And if I turned you away, are you feeling this yearning, had just decided against it, then the universe, our galaxy, just the world, just this community. If either one of us had said no instead of yes, then in this timeline, there would exist a time with less love in it. And the converse instead is true. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for being so kind in the way that you listen. Thank you. All the thank yous. Because my world, my life, has been enriched by you. The love that we've just shared is a forever thing. And that's why we win. That's why we can be confident. That's how we can plan with cycles and armament. Our bullets and arrows are the stuff of affection. Our secret weapon is that I'm never gonna stop loving the most, loving who's closest. And who's closest to me in this life will be the one that is in the trenches with me, and who also likes laying in the sun. Because balance is a matter of perspective. But love, fucking do it. Or die. Get over it or go under it. Love is for everything. Love is the reason. I love you. I'll see you later. Have a good everything. I love you. Bye.